Hello everyone and welcome to the special pay-per-view that I actually didn't think of a name for before I started this video. Welcome to Maximum Carnage. Yeah. A little wink wink nod, nudge nudge to Marvel. Welcome to Maximum Carnage, the pay-per-view. For our fine competitors here today, we have got ourselves for the tag team title match. If you didn't see the number one contenders match, I recommend you do to understand how we got here. But it is in the broad daylight in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I think that's the right term. We have got ourselves the tag team champs, White Freeze and Swift, the current, reigning, defending tag team champions, Bro and Bro 2. This is their first defense with the title since they won it. They are the inaugural tag champs, surviving all four other teams, but after a brutal war, these two have found their first opponents and are intent, are determined, are absolutely ready to face whoever it is that they are facing, and they have made sure to only fight the best of the best, and that is what we got for you here today. They are ready. You can see Aaron is pumped up, ready to go. On this grand stage, the first ever Maximum Carnage pay-per-view. And it is Bro and Bro 2, the Brotherhood, if you will, versus, well, another kind of Brotherhood, if I'm honest. Another kind of Brotherhood. The Masters of Moronity. Yes, indeed, our first matchup pits the Gift of God's champion and his opponent later tonight against each other. And what is sure to be an entertaining matchup then, but that is then, this is now. And it is the Masters of Moronity, Eyeless Arts, and Funzilla 06. My two proud boys, my two wonderful gentlemen, going up and fighting for the tag titles. Of course, as you probably know by now, I am by no means controlling the competitors in this match. I'm simply watching what happens and enjoying it as we go along. Now this is all them. This is a test of strength. Eyeless Arts in this match could become, if only briefly, a double champion. Funzilla could win his first title here. Or Bro and Bro 2 could prove why they are a dominant force and hold on to their titles. You have to see. Look at that beauty. Let's get to the introductions.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the NXT UK Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 388 pounds, the All-Star Ultraviolet Champions, Typhoon Eli Armstrong. And T-Rex Freezilla O'Shea, the Spitfire Warriors.
They are ready here today.
At a combined weight of
very emotional, those two. Did not fucking move an inch. Aaron raised one arm, but they were dead focused. You know what? I kind of respect it. It seems Aaron's going to start the match for his team, the two powerhouses. Aaron and Eyeless Heart's going to start the match. Now, while it's unconventional, realistically, there is a method to the madness in which, you know, one of these teams doesn't tag their partner in, and it's just a one-sided beatdown. But these two are going to start going back and forth immediately. There is something to be said that if they pin Eyeless Arts here today, and he remains champ after this pay-per-view, that maybe whoever pins him has a right to face him one-on-one for the Gift of Gods Championship. That is the risk you hold. That is the target on your back when you are a champion like Eyeless Arts. But of course, he doesn't intend to let that happen, but no one intends to lose. We are going to see what happens. These two locking up. Back and forth they go, knowing each other's moves. They are ready, prepared for anything. Bumps into the ref. And Eyeless Arts is the first to truly be knocked down with a single clubbing blow. And a kick out at one, the champ not going down without a fight. Though although he's the champ, he is the contender right now. A kick to the gut, trying to wind Aaron, trying to wind Eyeless Arts. Throws him into the opponent's corner. It's not exactly what you want to do. Allows for easy tags in and out. The first tag of the match belongs to Bro and Bro 2 as they team up on Eyeless Arts, damaging the arm. Jonas with a clubbing backhand. Both Aaron and Jonas could be looking to get a little bit of retribution on Funzilla, as Funzilla is the one who eliminated both of them in the Elimination Chamber match to fight Eyeless Arts for the title. Of course, they both love to hold that championship around their waist. But now, more frequent tags. Bro and Bro 2 have a good strategy of not letting their partners, their teammate get exhausted. But Funzilla now enters the matchup. And Aaron is forced back into the ring. Funzilla taunts to start things off. And now Aaron immediately on the assault, chucking Funzilla around. Stalking his prey. Eyeless Arts getting up. Aaron going for Eyeless Arts. And pummeling him down. But Funzilla with a knee, the distraction paid off. Except Aaron going for a roll-up immediately. And a kick out by Funzilla. What a horrible way they could have lost right there. The ref was so scared for a moment there. That's alright. Aaron back on the assault. You know they're hungry. You know everything is up to 11 with these two. No one wants to fold under the pressure, but Funzilla keeping pace. Not letting these two back down. Funzilla is fighting for his life here today. And now, these two team up. Eyeless Arts, oddly enough, being the one going high-flying. You'd think it'd be the other way around, but Eyeless Arts is a man of surprises. And attacks the arm, going for an immediate cover on Aaron, the ref doing an unnecessary runaround, and nearly a 2 count, but just barely not. It's back to Aaron and Eyeless Arts. Looking to whittle down Aaron Swift, and a tag made. A questionable move as it allows Jonas to also enter the matchup, but is now back to Funzilla versus Jonas, and Funzilla gets there with the knee first. Jonas stays temporarily. More frequent tags. Oh, but Jonas counters. Funzilla throws him right back into the corner. It does not matter. More frequent tags by the Masters of Morality, looking to take a page out of Bro and Bro 2's book, showing that anything you can do, we can do as well. And now Eyeless Arts stomping away at Jonas, going for another cover, looking to beat them in the most embarrassing fashion, but Jonas counts at 1. Now, there is something to be said about pinning someone early on. Although it's not guaranteed that you'll get the victory, there is something to be said about the fact that it makes them waste energy kicking out. Especially when you have a heavier frame like Eyeless Arts. Pushing all that muscle and meat off of someone is going to be difficult and require a lot more energy. It's actually a pretty smart move by the Masters of Morality to do this. And Jonas trying to fight to get to his tag partner, but keeping them on their side. Eyeless Arts does not tag in Funzilla, instead... Oh, now tags in Funzilla. Funzilla now entering the matchup. Jonas given just a little bit too much time to breathe. But Funzilla does not allow this to happen. Goes for a signature if I'm not mistaken. And now hoists him up. Throws him back into the corner. Going for a maneuver. Oh! If I'm not mistaken, that is a tag team finisher or something. But Aaron decides to attack Funzilla. And a kick out by Jonas. Without Jonas's perseverance, that would have been the end of the match, and Aaron wouldn't have realized it because he was too focused on getting vengeance on Funzilla. Oh, we're not even seeing this happening into the ring. Aaron is doing a move to Funzilla on the outside, looking to just punish him. Jonas nearly stole the match from Island's Arts right there with a roll-up pin. But Aaron does not care about the titles. He's showing where his intentions lie, and it is strictly about pummeling Funzilla here tonight. But Jonas now leaves the ring. Remember, championship advantage. If they get counted out or disqualified, they still keep the titles. But Island's looking to inflict more damage, dropping him on the apron, the hardest part of the ring, and stepping on him, trying to humiliate them at the first Maximum Carnage pay-per-view. And chucking him to the outside, to the barricade. Pummeling between these two. Aaron and Funzilla are still nowhere to be seen. They are still going at it. We're now at 6. It's getting dangerously close to being a count-out victory here. 7. They really need to get back into the ring. That's an 8. And they both run back inside to save this matchup once more. Something weird happened with Alasar's arm there, but I'm not going to comment on it too much. Remember, neither Aaron nor Funzilla, I don't think, are at their post. It has become more of a one-on-one match between Jonas and Island's Arts. Is this a wise decision? We have no idea. Jonas doesn't seem to know what he wants to do here. But Aaron has returned to the matchup, and Jonas has cut open Island's Arts. The contenders seem to be in a dire situation right now. Island's Arts is bruised and battered. But Jonas is going to throw him back to the ropes. And the Wolves are just attacking the prey. And Aaron with a punch to the gut. Going for a roll-up cover. Oh, Island's Arts turns it around. Aaron turns it around again. So 1. And a kick out by Island's Arts. I think the ref would have been a little bit quicker there, but he was not. Aaron with the sequences, the combos, the brutal moves. We have no idea the state of Funzilla 6. I don't know if he's on the ropes right now. For all we know, he could still be lying out cold on the floor. Either way, Funzilla's back in the match. That's good. But another frequent tag. It seems that the defenders. That might be a finisher from Bro and Bro 2. It's a 1. And a kick out. Funzilla saving the matchup for his team here today. Is up to Island's Arts. But Jonas with a signature. It is a 1. It is a 2. And Island's Arts kicks out, keeping the match alive. Jonas cannot believe it for the life of him. He absolutely cannot believe it. Island's Arts is going to be a hard frame to keep down, but the frequent tags between these two. Alright, they're doing this move again, which means either they saved up a lot of finishers or this is just a casual move that they do sometimes. That's a 1. That is a 2. And another kick out by Island's Arts. That is why he's the Gift of God's champion. But that is also why these two are the ones contending for the tag titles. Island's Arts counters. Throws Aaron to the corner. You'd think he would have taken this opportunity to tag Funzilla back in, but instead, he pummels Aaron in the corner some more. He's getting angry. Kicks him in the gut. Kicks him in the gut again. And the knee. And starts walking over to his corner. He's been through a war, you can tell. He's undoing the ring post. An interesting decision here today. And an elbow to Aaron. How Island's Arts has life in him, we do not know. Hoists him up. Looking for a finisher. He's looking for the F10. He hits the F10 on Aaron, cutting him open. Goes for a cover. And Jonas immediately breaking it up. As Arts distracting himself, going for Aaron. Oh, and the turnbuckle comes back to... Oh no, the ref put the turnbuckle back on. That's cool. It would be a wise move to get Funzilla back in the matchup. As Arts can't have much left in him. But it was a ploy. No, it wasn't. As Arts does a taunt for some reason. As Arts that confident in his ability, misses with a wild haymaker, but Funzilla saves the matchup for a moment. Except for Aaron, my God, the strength! My God, the strength of... my God, the strength of Aaron. Aaron, what's he looking to do? Hoists up As Arts. Hoists him up once more. Running power slam. Masters of Morani could be in a very dangerous situation right here. That is a 1. That is a 2. And that is a 3. As Arts got a bit too ahead of himself. Maybe it's because he's the Gift of God's champion. I don't know. But Funzilla 06 and As Arts could not get the job done on this day. I gotta admit, as the commentator for this matchup, I really was under the impression that Funzilla, or that when As Arts hit the finisher on Aaron, that would lead to something, but As Arts got a bit too ambitious. You know, we saw the ego get ahead of him, and that left the Masters of Moroni in a bit of a weird state because As Arts couldn't recuperate and wouldn't tag in Funzilla 06, meaning that As Arts unfortunately suffered too much punishment and could not kick out by the count of 3. A very unfortunate circumstance for their team, but that does mean that at the first ever Maximum Carnage pay-per-view, Aaron and Jonas, Bro and Bro 2 have retained their championships, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause, round of applause. There were some great moments in there. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. But we still got another match on the card. So let us get to it. Alright. And it's time for the main event now in the night time. Yes, sir, you heard that right. I decided to make it a special guest referee match. And who is the special guest referee? None other than me. I figured since it was the 3 morons, you know, fighting each other, that it only makes sense if I, with me controlling me, be the special guest referee for this matchup here today. As As Arts defends, you know, we just saw them in a tag match, but they defend their tag team championship. No, what the fuck? We're gonna see As Arts fight to defend in his second defense of the Gift of God's championship. His first successful defense was against Alex. His second defense at the first Maximum Carnage pay-per-view is against none other than his brother, who won an Elimination Chamber match to earn this right here today, Funzilla 06. Now, the one thing I will say about this is that these two are fighting in their casual attires because I want it to feel even more personal, you know what I mean? We also just always see them in their other attire, so I wanted to break it up a little bit. Admittedly, I want to put Funzilla in a different attire than this because as interesting of a reference as it is, I really don't like the fact he walks out in L's attire. I've since disagreed with my personal opinion of having this choice be a thing. But Funzilla survived the war. You know, I would say of the two in the tag match we just saw, he endured less punishment than As Arts, which might give him an advantage here today, but we have to see. We do indeed have to see. Because you know As Arts is going to be hungry, he is going to be defiant, he is going to be ready and willing to put it all on the line against his brother. We don't know what's going to happen here today. Alice Arts was unsuccessful in becoming a double champion, but will he still be a champion by the end of the night? That is the question, folks. That is the question. And your champion, in his casual outfit, Alice Arts. That man is walking with confidence here today. That is the look of someone who is intent. That is the walk of someone who is intent on keeping what he holds precious to him here today. Both of these men have fought valiantly for their chance to be here today, to fight for this right in this matchup. And not only that, but if you remember correctly, there's more than just the story of these two earning their shots. Alice Arts last pinned Funzilla 06 to win that title initially, to become the first ever Gift of Gods champion, which adds even more depth to the fact that these two are brothers, and these two are going at it, and these two are going to be in a fight. And there's no better place to do it than Maximum Carnage. And Alice Arts is ready. And I, as the referee, am going to do my damnedest to make sure this happens appropriately. And with reason.
Introducing the challenger. From Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 154 pounds, T-Rex Freezilla OC. And his opponent, from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, weighing in at 234 pounds, the All-Star Ultraviolet Champion, Typhoon Eli Armstrong.
Hell yeah. And there it is. A title I one day hope to hold. If Funzo wins here today, that will make me the last of the three morons to be able to hold the championship, despite this kind of being my production. Either way, I'm now here. I have to keep the HUD on for a little bit just because I have to make sure I know what I'm doing as referee. Oh, but immediately, Alice Arts cut open. Goes for a cover. Up. And a kick out. And a kick out. And a back and forth between these two. These two know each other so well. Alright, but if they're gonna... Holy shit. Sorry. Oh. I just realized that Markiplier is playing a game that I'm also playing, which is really cool. Oh, and a kick to the face. These two in a very personal battle. Spilling to the outside. I, of course, as a very lenient referee, will do my best to ensure that only the best comes from this matchup. If that means I have to bend the rules a little bit to make it happen, you bet I am going to bend the rules to make it happen. I'm also going to warn people that want to come inside the ring. Oh! Oh! Fights are happening. Blood is being spilt. I start to slam down. A check pin. And a kick out. That is a 1. So far, nothing has reached higher than a 1, but Alice Arts showing off his power. Slams him down again. And Funzilla immediately getting up. Showing his defiance. Alice Arts hoists him up. Hangs him on the rope. Sets him up. And a bit of athleticism from Alice Arts. Oh, my bad, sorry. I was in the way there. Oh, I don't mean to be taunting. I didn't mean to be... Oh god. Check pin. And a kick out by Alice Arts. Still at 1. These start going back and forth. They know each other so well. They have to. Kicks to the back. They're about even on health. If not, Funzilla is doing slightly worse. And knees to the back. And a knee. And a roll away. Oh, and Funzilla just nearly beating Alice Arts to the punch. I guess the kick, the knee, whatever. Oh, Funzilla with the signature. I'm calling for a rope break there. That was touching the ropes. But Funzilla immediately calling for a finisher. He wants to end this quick and end Alice Arts' suffering immediately. And he hits it. He's got the Coloss. That's a 1. I'm pressing A. That's a 2. Oh.
Here is your winner, and new All-Star Ultra-Violent Champion, T-Rex Freezilla.
I feel like I hyped up that match a bit more than... That was not even a 10-minute match, and it was kind of underwhelming, especially after what both of them have gone through. I mean, good on Funzilla. I'm not taking anything away from him. But I was so distracted by me trying to do me things and be a good referee that I was not really anticipating that being the end. I was kind of debating if that should have been a rope break or not, and then I was also expecting him to kick out, because I feel like he's kicked out at much worse, but Alice Arts didn't kick out, and I don't know if I did the pin good enough. That was... Okay. Interesting. A little underwhelming. If anything, I mean, really, if you think about it, contextually speaking, Alice Arts went through so much punishment in the tag team match prior that it kind of makes sense that Funzilla wouldn't have that difficult of a time putting him away. I guess I just kind of expected a bit longer of a fight beforehand, but I guess, you know, the really, like the 1-on-2 beatdown that it ended up being between Jonas and Aaron on Alice Arts, maybe this is what Alice Arts wanted, maybe. He wanted to give his brother the win of a lifetime, and if so, what an honorable man that is. What a respectable way to go out, you know? And I think that's the story here today. I think so. Funzilla is your second ever Gift of God's champion. And good on him. What a way to close out Maximum Carnage. The tag team champions retained, but we've got a new Gift of God's champion. He has got his vengeance. Alice Arts initially pinned Funzilla to win the title, and Funzilla has now pinned Alice Arts to take the title. What a great story that is. What a great story that was. Thank you everyone for watching. I have no idea what comes next, but I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you, with more gaming, more vlogs, whatever else comes. I hope you've enjoyed. Oh my god, fuck me.